are you feeling tonight?
I feel very good. You know, I've been to the last 5 of these conventions. It's never been this unified. And when you look at the Democrats, they can't even decide who their nominee is going to be.
I did see a video, though, circulating of you doing an interview like this, and you were interrupted by Matt Gaetz. So I know you're trying to project this image of unity, but there are divisions deep within the Republican Party when you look underneath the surface.
But with Matt, I mean, he looked very unhinged. And I don't know if he's on something, but I hope he gets the help he needs. But more importantly, I hope the girls get the justice they deserve.
Wow, that's quite an accusation. So what are you expecting this?
Accusation? People are in jail. He paid them to have
No, I mean that you think he's on drugs.
Well, I don't know. People were wondering that. He just looks so unhinged.
What do you think the president's message needs to be tonight? I was told he's not, well, Brett Baer's talking about on Fox News, that he's not going to mention Biden's name once.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I don't know if it's accurate, but I do know I talked to him the day after the assassination, and I do think you see a different Trump. And, you know, many times when you have something so tragic and so terrible, some good things come out of it. I actually believe, talking to President Trump a couple times after that he is actually a changed man and even a better man for it. When you're live, you look at how humble he's been coming in and listening. You watched his face, listened to his granddaughter. I think he understands even greater the value of life if anyone's walked through that. And I think you're going to hear a much different speech, and it's an opportunity for those who haven't looked about voting for Trump, an opportunity to vote for him.
We just heard from J.D. Vance last night, his VP pick, but over the weekend, you actually talked about Glenn Youngkin, the Virginia governor, and saying if Trump chose Youngkin, the election would be over. These were your words. What do you think of the pick of J.D. Vance? Because it's shoring up a part of the party that Trump has. Is he extending over to the independents with this pick?
Yeah, but I mean, the thing you got to think about with Trump is you're thinking just a VP. There's a team that gets selected. And you're listening to all the people up here, from Nikki Haley to Ron DeSantis. I mean, there's a lot of individuals that could be part of this team for the president. But I thought the speech last night by J.D. was tremendous. His background, dealing with being raised by grandmother, going to the Marines, the hardship, the addiction he went through. I mean, he touched almost every part of American life. His wife was tremendous. What a great story that is. So yeah, I think he reaches a lot of independents.
You think he's going to reach those independents? Do you think the game plan is that he is going to campaign for the 3 states he mentioned aggressively last night, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania?
I think you're going to see him parked there in a lot of different places.
You said a lot of these individuals could be part of a team. Do you plan to be part of that team?
Look,
if Donald Trump is elected?
That's not what I search for at all. Look, I want to make sure we get America back on the right track. President Trump knows how to do the job. We've seen it. He's in a better position to do it. He's got a better team to work with him on it. I think he's been a much better candidate. And in that tragic accident, I think it's also made him a better man.
I want to end on one policy issue, because we heard from Linda McMahon there, and she was talking about the Trump-era tax cuts were rocket fuel to the economy. Donald Trump gave an interview to Business Week, and he's talking about he wants to have higher tariffs, lower rates. All of that, though, if you think about policy-wise, relating to the economy, means higher inflation. How do you see a Trump 2.0 enacted into an economy without having that inflation with some of these policies he's talking about?
You know, a lot of people said this same thing in 2016, and what did we find out? We didn't have inflation until we had Biden.
Well, until we had COVID.
Well, no, the Democrats went when Biden came in and extended even further. That created the inflation. So what I really see is when he talks about those tariffs, he talks about really a negotiation with the other countries. Lower yours so American products can get in, and maybe we'll keep ours lower too. So I believe you'll find not inflation, but a much stronger economy like we had when he was in before.
Do you think it's an opening salvo, like a negotiation?
I think people misread President Trump. His whole life has been business and negotiations, and that's really what he does all the time.